right, kiddos. So today we're going to do one of our daily readings for theme. We've done these before. This is nothing new. You know what we're going to do. Today I'm going to read it with you and kind of go through each question with you on here. And then as we go further into our online courses, you will be expected to annotate yourself and turn those in. But again, this is nothing new. We've already done this. We're just remediating over it. We're still having a little trouble with theme questions on our Master Connects and on our case tests and things like that. So we're just going to kind of, for the next, this first little week and a half, we're going to review theme and hopefully get better at that skill. So today I will read it. Y'all please follow along and watch as we go. And again, know that you'll be expected to do this on your own in a few days. Tomorrow, on Friday, you will have a short little passage to read on Mastery Connect with, I believe, 4 questions following pertaining to theme and being able to read the passage and figure out theme questions following. Alright, so let's begin. Dirk was running late for his job interview, but it didn't matter because he knew he would get the job. He had felt that way about the previous jobs he had applied for, but he was still unemployed. He wasn't too worried about leaving the house late because he was such a great driver he would be able to make the time up. Unfortunately, his unparalleled driving skills did not prevent him from getting stuck in traffic, and he pulled into the parking lot late. He found a parking space up front, but someone had gotten there first and was trying to pull in as he cut them off. The driver of the other car honked and drove away as Dirk laughed at their incompetence. Dirk was relieved to hear that his interviewer was running late, but he panicked when the driver of the car Dirk had cut off in the parking lot introduced himself as his interviewer. Some people would call that karma. Alright, let's go through these questions. Number 1, what is the meaning of unparalleled? So, we see unparalleled over here. Now, remember when we are trying to figure out an unknown word or an underlined word that you know is probably going to pop up later in the question, if we're trying to figure out the meaning of that, then we're going to read before it. We're going to read the sentence that it's in, and we're also going to read after it and try to use common sense as well as other information that we already know to try to figure out the meaning of that word. So let's look at the sentence before. He wasn't too worried about leaving the house late because he was such a great driver, he would be able to make up the time. Unfortunately, his unparalleled driving skills did not prevent him from getting stuck in traffic, and he pulled into the parking lot late. So already we know that he thinks he is such a great driver. Then it says, however, his unparalleled driving skills did not prevent him from getting stuck in traffic, and he pulled into the parking lot late. Okay? He found a parking spot up front, but someone had gotten there first and was trying to pull in as he cut them off. Alright, so our choices are strange, exceptional, and adequate. So what I've always told you is replace the underlined word with your choices and see which one you think makes the most sense. That's another step in trying to figure out the correct definition. So let's do that now. Unfortunately, his strange driving skills did not prevent him from getting stuck in traffic, and he pulled into the parking lot late. Alright. B. Unfortunately, his exceptional driving skills did not prevent him from getting stuck in traffic, and he pulled into the parking lot late. Or C. Unfortunately, his adequate driving skills did not prevent him from getting stuck in traffic, and he pulled into the parking lot late. Okay, so off the bat, we know that strange is not going to be it. So we're left with exceptional and adequate. another word for exceptional would be what? If I can get my pencil to work. Whoop, a little thick. Hold on. Great. Okay. So, unfortunately, his great driving skills did not prevent him from getting stuck in traffic, and he pulled into the parking lot late. Okay, something that's jumping out at me already is we also have the word great right here. So, automatically, I'm kind of leaning towards B. Adequate means basically just good enough. Okay, we had an adequate amount of food to eat, which means enough. Okay. So, unfortunately, his good enough driving skills did not prevent him from getting stuck in traffic. So, we know because of our prior knowledge of words, as well as using context clues, that the answer should be B. Okay, exceptional. Now, number 2 goes along with this. What word or words helped you determine the answer to number 1? We kind of already did that. Great would be one. I would also put did not prevent him. So it's saying even though he was a great driver, an exceptional driver, that did not prevent him from being late. All right, let's move on to number 3. What is the theme of today's passage? Remember, theme is the life lesson you've learned, the moral of the story, something that you can learn about life from this short little paragraph. So, a couple of things that kind of stuck out to me was Dirk needs to be a little bit more responsible. He was running late, and he didn't even care that he was running late. It's okay to be late sometimes, sure, but it mentioned that he felt like he was going to get the job anyway, but it also threw in there that he felt that way about his previous interviews, but he still didn't have a job. So maybe if he cared just a little bit more, showed a little bit more responsibility, took initiative, and got to places on time, then maybe he would have a job. So that could be one, is be responsible. Take initiative. If you want something bad enough, put effort into it. Another way that you could turn for theme is going to be how he treated the driver that he cut off. He laughed at them. Laughed at that driver. It was kind of like, I can just kind of picture that in my mind, of him going, ha ha, I beat you there, or something like that. And it turned out to kind of bite him afterwards, because that person ended up being the person who was going to interview him. And so, maybe always think before you speak and react to something, and just act mature, And then on number 4, that kind of goes along with what we've talked about for number 3. All of the events that led up to these events happening is going to be your evidence that helps with the development of the theme. All right. I think we're done with this one. Again, I apologize for kind of some delays. I'm still learning how to do all this, but we will get better as time goes on. And we'll keep working on some practices like this.